Hello and welcome all of you, my dear students of 9th standard. As we are going through with SS. After Diwali, I think so we met again. Happy New Year to you all. And in this crucial condition, as you all know that government has reduced your course of 9th standard English SS in every subjects too. You all might be, due to grace of God, in good health also. So, dear friends, let's start a new chapter. One of the most important chapter regarding, as we are living in a democratic country, India, the chapter 12 that is in your course, and that is Indian democracy. It's my kind request to all of my students to just go through your textbook, whichever subject that what the teacher teaches you, either it might be English, Maths, SS, Sanskrit, or Gujarati, whatever it is. Go with your textbook and so let's begin with the name of Almighty God again. Our new session. Your papers are going to be checked recently. I will check till Tuesday or so, and you will get your marks. No doubt, yet I had not gone through your papers, but I wish and I am sure that you might have written in a very good form. So let's begin by the name of Almighty God again. So open your textbook with page number 93, chapter 12, Indian democracy. India has the highest number of voters in the world. Population-wise, India is the largest democratic country of the world. This amazing democracy is more than 6 decades old. During this period in India, there has been many political upheavals and up and down. Upheavals means ups and down politically after independence. The condition of India was such a particular, partition of India, as you all know, India, Pakistan, India, Bangladesh. So you have gone through all these scenarios in your chapters, might have gone through many serials, movies and these all things. I am sure that I had not gone through this chapter. Yes, I am sure not gone through this chapter, Indian democracy. So it went ups and downs at that time. The Indian democracy is sustained due to the dedication and insight of its citizens. We dedicate ourselves to our democracy. We shall study in detail the characteristics, future of Indian democracy. Before going further, I would like to say, please underline the second line. First and second line. India has the highest number of voters in the world. Population-wise, India is the largest democratic country of the world. This amazing democracy is more than 6 decades old. Please underline, it can be asked in your MCQ. So, now for democracy, all you know that what democracy, for the people, by the people, of the people, you might have gone through this thing in your 8th standard too, I think so. 100% you might have gone through. So again we are going through the again. So election in democracy. How? As we have gone through further chapters, and we could see that we had gone through the member of parliament, member of legislative assembly, member of legislative councils. These all things we had gone through further. If lack of something, please remind me that this particular chapter, we have laws, we have not yet completed, because 100% I have forgotten that what I have taught because of your sudden Ekam Kasoti syllabus that I have to finish as early as possible. So my dear students, let's go. Now election, as you all know, election in democracy. In the world, many countries have democracy. In spite of democracy that accepts differences in governance of these countries, there are different type of democracies, and it depends upon the governance, how it rules. In a democracy, a voter casts his vote on vote when you will be in 10th or 11th, someone means above 18, you also will get the right to vote. The right to vote remains the same in each democratic country, though the country's governance may vary. Governance can change the rules and regulations. The democracy thrives through the voting process of the voter during the elections. Our country has a parliamentary system. Underline this thing. Our country we have parliamentary system. Parliament is a national institution representing the people. So you know parliament, you all have studied in your earlier chapter. The Parliament of India consists of the President, the Vice President, Rajya Sabha and Lok Sabha. As mentioned in earlier chapter, Rajya Sabha is the upper house of the Parliament and the Lok Sabha is the lower house of the Parliament. You have already gone through this thing. The state has the legislative assembly. Some states have the legislative council also. A voter is at the center in forming a Rajya Sabha, Lok Sabha and legislative assembly or legislative council. Please underline this line. What a voter is at the center means everything depends upon the voter. Voter, not W-A-T-E-R, V-O-T-E-R. In our country, all the governing bodies are elected through voting. Thus, democracy is realized by election. Please underline this thing. Here, we can say that democracy can be realized by election. Now, democracy and what? We have gone through what? Election in democracy. Now, democracy and what? What? How these two are, both are correlated. A voter is very important in a democracy. Our country has universal adult universal adult suffrage means Youngstown, we can say in easy sense. You all are now you all will be mature enough. After 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, you also will go for voting. Means lots of young. Here it is written universal order suffrage. A voter is a very important in democracy. Our country has universal adult suffrage. A person of 18 years of age or above who is enlisted in the voter list can cast vote. A person who is above 18, above 18 and who is listed in the voter roll, he or she can vote. A person who has not declared bankruptcy or is not mentally unstable can vote without any discrimination. So, if a person is not stable, mentally stable, bankrupt, he also can vote without any discrimination. The Constitution guarantees the right to vote even amidst illiteracy, poverty and many similar issues. The system of universal adult suffrage is based on the principle one person, one vote. Please underline. One person can give only and only one vote. Either he might be from any caste, any creed, any religion, poor, beggar. He must be having his voter ID and his name must be listed in the voter book, we can see. The data of government. It is the duty of every citizen to vote without greed or fear. A voter should be aware and vigilant of his rights. He must know what are his rights. As we had gone through our fundamental duties, moral values, rights, constitutions, rules and regulations, many things we had covered. We had gone through these things. The Constitution has provided a right to vote to each of its citizens without the discrimination of caste, creed, religion or education. Voting is an important process in democracy. In our country, there is a universal adult suffrage. Voting is a right as well as a duty of citizen. Every voter should exercise the right to vote. What does this mean? The last line. Every voter should exercise means he must wake early in the morning and then start exercising about this thing. No, he must vote. You can see that government also goes with many this advertisement in television and many things much more. That please what? You can understand this thing. They give us what is the preciousness of voting. Why should we vote? The government here says government declares us, gives us awareness, we can say, about voting. So it's our right, it's our duty to vote. Precious thing is there within us. It is with us, we make ministry, we make government. People are government. So, now election, the foundation of democracy. Election is the foundation of democracy. A festive environment is seen during elections. We could see that a festival-like environment since while election. The people can evaluate the representative during elections. During election, people can evaluate. You will get questions now in 9th and 10th standard. Evaluate this thing. Evaluate that thing. Means understand that and then describe. Any person who has a prerequisite to contest elections can do so. Candidate belonging to the political parties as well as the independent candidate who do not belong to any political party can contest election. As you all know, many parties are there in India. Means we can say the BJP, Bharatiya Janata Party, Indian National Congress, and many. Even if you are not from any party and you have the age criteria to be a candidate, you can fight elections. In an election, the winning candidate of any party or belonging to a coalition of the parties come to power. In a democracy, only with the support of people one can reach to power. In our democracy, Parliament is the apex body and the basic foundation block is the Gram Panchayat. Parliament is apex at the top level, while the basic system you can see as we have gone through that is Gram Panchayat. From lower level to we can say the upper level. Elections are also held in the institutions of self-governance like the Gram Panchayat, Taluka Panchayat and District Panchayat. 3 phases are there. We can say Gram Panchayat. Here, if you are from Palanpur, you also can get that Nagarpalika elections are coming. Above that which Taluka, Palanpur is there, no doubt it's a city. But it comes in Palanpur, Taluka Panchayat. Many villages are there, Gram Panchayat are there. No doubt we are having Nagarpalika or Mahanagarpalika, but we are coming in Palanpur Taluka. And that also Banaskantha district. So we are having Palanpur Taluka Panchayat. You can see the office nearby Jorawat Palace. I am not aware of Palanpur properly. Then district panchayat office is there, nearby Cozy, I think so. Opposite to the visit once that place. What's happening? What's going on? Yes, you can get lots and lots of knowledge over there. Candidate in this institution of local self-governance government are chosen through election. Elections are conducted in a municipality, in towns and municipal corporation in cities. Election is a lifeline of a nation's democracy. Please underline this thing. Election is a lifeline of any nation's democracy. Elections are very important for the political parties as well as the candidate. Election is the barometer of democracy. Elections provide an opportunity to a voter to evaluate the contesting candidates. Election ushers in new political setup or political views. So through elections we can get our candidates, we can get our party in ruling condition. So election is the main pillar of democracy. Election gives a picture of a country's social and economic environment. Election decides the future of the government. Elections are contested by the political parties, independent candidates, as well as a coalition of the political parties. In parliamentary democracy, the party or a coalition of a parties having majority of winning candidates forms the government and comes in power. The power is obtained as well as maintained by the support of the people. Election being soul of a democracy, it is essential that it is transparent. Election must be transparent. So, as we have gone through this election in democracy, without election, there is no democracy. As we all elect our candidate regarding parties, as I have mentioned, BJP is there, Congress is there, National Congress, many parties are there. In southern India, there are different parties. In northern India, there are different parties. But above all, we can see that Narendra Modi, the chief head of the BJP, he had gone through and he became the leader and became the Prime Minister of India as people elected him as Prime Minister of India. So how it happened? Elections were conducted over there and candidates from Bharatiya Janata Party, they won the election. Then there is a government and they rule the government, but taking in concern with the people. Now public opinion in democracy. What is the opinion of public in democracy? What public used to say? We have a democratic country. The candidate who wins in the election represents the people. In representative system, the ruling party would like to regain and retain its power. To regain and retain its power, it becomes essential for the political parties to connect with the people. To maintain and run the government, it becomes essential to consider public opinion and thoughts for framing policies or for various questions pertaining to many problems. Public opinion is highly essential for political parties, representatives and organizations. Collective public opinion is extremely important in democracy. How public opinion is important? For example, further we had seen that before a few years there was the government of Congress, and then we had our Narendra Modi from Bharatiya Janata Party as our leader, and nowadays there is a government of Sri Narendra Modi. We can say BJP's government. So public content is needed. If they will work, particular parties, their workers, their candidates, their ministers, if they will work for the people, obviously people will elect them, give them vote, and their government will come into process. So they are correlated. Who? Public and government and parties. Strong and organized public opinion is very important in democracy. Please underline this thing. Malfunctioning of the government can be presented through public opinion. Public opinion has been creating such a condition where the government cannot afford to misrule or neglect the country. Alert and intelligent public that keeps itself informed cannot be misled by the government. Various medium in the modern times have proved to be very important in creating public opinion. Let us obtain detailed information of this medium. So, how we can contact? How public will be attached in contact with the government, the ministers, a particular party that comes and rules with it. How it is? How we could know? How we could know that government is doing this job, government is playing this thing, government is doing that thing? How we can know this thing? We can easily know by different media. As we are now using social media, we can say you all are using now Android phone, watching this video of Ascent. Might be watching of many things and subjects, etc. So, by the way, by that system, many other medias like print media, electronic media, both are there. Newspaper, people are fond of newspaper. Even I too. Even I insist you all to go through the Times of India. Not daily, not daily you have to purchase one paper, but once in a week, go through that. As I used to watch KBC recently, I can give maximum answer, about 70% or 80% answer I can give, but most of the questions are there in current affairs, means I can get answers through newspaper as I am going through news. Such like public opinion for a particular government that is ruling the state, ruling the country, ruling the provinces. It can be, how we can collect this information? This information we can collect by print media or by electronic media. That point we will discuss in our next chapter, means next video. Till that I would like to say that Indian democracy, important thing. What is election in democracy? As you all know, we need election to run the government. We need from Gram Panchayat to the Parliament. Everywhere there is election. Even I don't know it is in our school or not, but most probably about 90-95% in every school there are class representative, school representative, we can say head boy, head girl of the school. So the system, we can learn this system from the school times onward. There is election in your class, you elect your class representative, either LR, it is ladies representative, means girls representative, BR, boys representative, you can elect. So you could easily know that a particular person is able to maintain the class. Such a system is there from all representatives that are chosen from the class, elect one as head boy and head girl of the school. So, what happened? You could know easily how to run how your opinion, your words, how important they are. Elections, fighting elections, going through election, to be an representative takes a lot, needs lots of guts for that. Any person couldn't be so, but you can easily become this thing. So try it, go through this process is there. We are in democratical country we are having. You can easily go through that. My God graces, any good PM or CM or good minister I can get from your class 2 in the future life. Yes, you can be a good politician. You can go for politics as your subject. You can master it, this thing. Politics is also a subject as you are learning. You are going with SS, English, Math, Science. This all thing. This one also can help you. So my dear friends, I would like that you go read more and then more. There is no surety of opening the school. If God graces, we will be lucky person. I would be lucky person to be with you all. So till then, I would like to stay blessed. Everybody, be at home, go through mask, and help your mummy papa. Read more and more. How much you can. Till that, I would like to say thank you very much.